99X, it's the Morning X, Barnes and Leslie. Don't forget our ticket window all this week. Your last shot tomorrow to go see 311 AWOL Nation and Neon Trees. That's their Unity Tour. That will be the 14th of August at the Coca-Cola Roxy. Your last shot is tomorrow morning right around 7:40.
There's some other cool shows coming to the Roxy. I don't know if you've talked about this recently, but coming up in July, like the 13th, Two Door Cinema Club. How about the Sad Summer Festival presented by Journeys and Converse? That's also going to be at the Roxy Friday, July the 26th. Rome, Sublime with Rome. That's the farewell tour, unfortunately. September the 1st. Lots of shows. I mean, that place is rocking. Do you remember like any shows that you went to at the Roxy?
So many great ones. I mean, of course, now it's the new Roxy, and then you have the old Roxy, which is the Buckhead Theater. But I mean, think about the iconic, I'm trying to think, Elton John would be
That's
one
right.
to see there. Hootie a few times, great shows. Better Than Ezra. I'm trying to think of unique Cowboy Mouth.
Do you remember, this one kind of sticks out because our old boss found the band Silverchair from Australia, and we were all there, and I remember going to see them there, and it was just kind of a moment because we really broke them in the U.S.
What about you listening? What's the best show you ever saw at the Roxy, new or old? 470-741-4999. Trying to think over the years. I mean, I used to love to try and get there and get that first row in the balcony.
Loved the first row in the balcony.
Left or right because it was a little further down. But all those, what's the most unique show? Because when Silverchair was, man, that was like the Beatles coming.
That was insane.
Which was so weird to think about. These kids had people, The Cure at the Roxy.
I don't remember The Cure there.
Oh, yeah, we interviewed him backstage. We interviewed Robert backstage at the Roxy.
There's a couple that people mentioned that I don't even recall. Do you remember the Pumpkins opening up for Driving and Crying?
No.
Yeah, I guess it was...
What?
It was a benefit show. Somebody said like a food drive. She said, I gave 3 cans of food for the food drive around Thanksgiving. This was Michelle on Facebook. And I was like, how do I not remember that?
I don't remember that at all. A couple people calling in. Hey, Morning X, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, best show you've ever seen at the Roxy?
Best show I ever seen was in November of 21. It was 21 Pilots. It was a small setting. It was amazing.
Who is this, by the way?
This is Matt from Dallas, Georgia.
Dallas, Georgia. And
yes,
that,
sir.
I would think they're so great in whatever size because they're so animated and so all over the place.
Oh man, it was unbelievable, and it was right after the pandemic was kind of thawing out.
Oh, okay.
So everybody had to have their vaccination card. Everybody had to have masks while they were in line. But once we all got into the venue, we were all able to take our mask off, and it was like the first show that I got to see after the pandemic where everybody was together. 21 Pilots, they were coming out in the crowd, playing drums on top of people, crowd surfing. It was unbelievable.
I love when they do that bit. Yeah, that's cool. That seems like an eternity ago where we had to show Vax cards. That just sounds weird to hear.
It really does. It's like another life, man.
I know. Cool. Thanks. Have a great day, Matt. We'll see you later.
I appreciate it, bro.
Thanks. Yep. Bye-bye.
I love it. He was amped up about that.
He was amped up. Dude had a good phone. Hey, Morning X, who is this?
Good morning. This is Chris.
Chris, best show you've ever seen at the Roxy?
That would be Pantera in 1991.
Oh, old Roxy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That had to be
it was loud.
A freak show. Complete.
It was loud. At the end of Cemetery Gates, the pinch harmonics that Dime pulled off, I mean, that was like some of the loudest stuff I've ever heard.
Those were back in the days when at that old Roxy, they had the wall of speakers as opposed to the new modern, everything got smaller and tucked away so you could really hide the speakers. Yes. That was when it was just that wall. Go down there and blow your brain out.
Yes, it was loud.
What part of town you in?
I'm in Loganville.
All right, Loganville. Have a great day.
All right, you too. Thank you.
All right, man. We'll see you later.
How loud that was.
Dude, so freaking loud.
Seriously?
Best concert you've ever seen at the Roxy. Who is this?
This is Claire.
What's up, Claire?
Best concert. I'm just excited to tell you about my best concert.
Come on, get up on that phone. Are you running? What are you doing?
Well, I'm in a place that doesn't have the best of service, so I'm standing as possible, actually.
Oh, okay. So we'll figure it out every other word. What best show you've ever seen?
Definitely JJ and Mofro in 2015.
Mofro, I got to look them up.
Who are JJ and Mofro?
Oh my God, JJ Gray. Oh my gosh, do yourself a favor and listen to their music. It's amazing.
Who are they like?
They kind of remind me if like Black Crowes and Dave Matthews Band and maybe Fish had a baby.
Oh, that's a good description.
They had a baby with a threesome?
Yeah. So we don't know who the father is. That is why I went with both.
They're from Jacksonville, Florida.
That's a weird mix. Black Crowes, Dave Matthews, and Fish. I guess I could see it. They're all over on that aisle.
Yeah, well, they describe themselves as Southern Soul Rock.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for turning us on to a new band.
Yes, you're welcome. And you trust me, you're going to be really excited because it's good music.
All right. Well, thank you very much for listening. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Bye.
We'll see you later. Bye-bye. We have to get her a better signal. Some of the ones on Facebook, John Mayer and Dave Chappelle.
I bet that was epic.
Remember when he did that? And then did they both
Were you
show
there?
up?
I'm surprised you weren't there.
I didn't, but I think they both also did that at Smith's Old Bar. It was like a total special thing after either Dave or John's show. I forget
Can't even imagine seeing them in a small venue.
which. But yeah, Pumpkins, you mentioned Driving and Crying. I do not recall that. I saw the Pumpkins at Center Stage. But yeah, no, I can't even picture that. Pumpkins opening?
You know, I was looking through the history, like Henry Rollins, Sonic Youth.
What's the biggest band to play there that shouldn't have played there?
Live played 2 nights in 97.
I remember that.
You do?
Yep.
Our
that was
Lady
at the
Peace?
height of Live. But who's the biggest band that shouldn't have played that? I mean, The Cure comes to mind.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you imagine going to see The Cure at the Roxy again?
I would love that.
But that was even after they had been so big. They were kind of in that mild come-down stage-ish. I mean, they're selling out stadiums.
A lot of bands, obviously, that we played in the 90s played there. From like Big Head Todd to Guadalcanal Diary, Stroke 9.
Those were kind of the usuals. Did Rolling Stones ever play there?
Huge.
Rolling Stones ever do a gig? I mean, Elton did.
I don't think so.
There had to be some other surprise or benefit things. Bare Naked Ladies played there a bunch.
But Barnes, JJ Gray, and Mofro
Yeah.
played there.
Biggest ever. All right, your last shot at 311 tickets for the new Roxy. That'll be tomorrow morning.